So this video is for all my fellow small channels sitting out on YouTube right now. So I'm sure, as you guys all know very well by now, that in 2027, YouTube are bumping up their program requirements for monetization, going from 1,000 subscribers with 4,000 watch hours to 1,000 subs with now 8,000 watch hours. And if you've been looking at the creator community recently, I mean, the reaction to this, I'm going to say it's been panic. There's people uploading videos saying that it's not worth being on YouTube anymore. The small creators are gone. They're all going to get washed out by the bigger guys. And some of them I even saw, if you've got 500 subs, don't even bother. You're not going to get there.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I just think this is a load of crap. And I wanted to make this video today because as a small growing channel myself, my reaction to this, it wasn't honestly negative. It didn't really stress me out at all. I haven't even really thought too much about it because it hasn't changed my plan and hasn't changed how I feel about my value here and what I can offer as a service on this platform. Not to mention, it's not starting until February 2027. So we've got ample time to figure it out. Okay, so now when I first started here on YouTube, I was pretty obsessed with the numbers. I was obsessed with the metrics. I was always checking on how many subs I was getting a video, how often I was getting views, how many watch hours I was getting, and it was kind of making me feel like YouTube was about that. And I'm guessing that, like most of you guys sitting here watching this video, you found out the hard way and you got disappointed because this crap, it ain't easy. And it's really not just about the numbers. Because if your goal on YouTube was just to hit that 4,000 watch hours and get your 1,000 subs so then you can say that you're monetized and hopefully maybe earn some money as well, I feel like we're already capping our potential and capping our vision with what our message is and what our platform really is here on YouTube. And so, yeah, I get that, a jump to 8,000 hours, it seems like so much, especially when we're uploading once or twice a week and we're only getting like maybe 100 views per upload. If I'm thinking about it, 8,000 seems scary, but I don't want to be at 8,000, I want hundreds of thousands of hours. And so the way I'm seeing this, if YouTube just raises that bar like that, then it's kind of going to filter out the people that aren't really serious about it. And the people like me that are serious will rise to the occasion and make sure that they get there. Because if you're hoping that YouTube is going to change your life from a business perspective, you are going to be disappointed. And if you don't have a service, if you don't have a true bit of value that you can offer people, truly and genuinely, something that you'd be proud of, like all businesses, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to get disappointed. For me, I am here genuinely to help people start creating, get back to creating, stay consistent, motivate themselves, and hopefully inspire people along the way as well. I want people to fully believe in themselves that they can do things like this. And as I've gotten older, guys, just over the years, the older you get, you realize that life is about passing on your experience. It's about passing on your knowledge and just uplifting people so that they can be also great. Because the world's so boring when you're doing all this stuff alone. And so if your only reason for being here on this platform is for the numbers and to be monetized, I can promise you guys you're in for a long, tough road. When you do get there, you might be too exhausted to really care, or you'll give up before you just reach that line of that 4,000 or 8,000. But if you do get monetized, who said it's going to change your life? I've seen a lot of channels out there with over 1,000 subs and over the 4,000 watch hours, but they're getting 50 views, they're getting 100 views, and they upload 2 or 3 days a week. So it's not like that this is going to change your life. It's not like it's going to change your channel or the trajectory of what your business can offer. If you have something to offer and you can prove that it works, you will be successful. It's just like any other business out there. So when I first heard this news, it actually took me back 15 years ago when I started my very first business as a personal trainer inside a commercial gym alongside 40 other independent businesses, all personal trainers. We're paying $300 a week to be there. And we're all fighting for the same memberships to have as clientele. It was crazy. And now in this time, it was pretty discouraging because my first 12 months, the most I ever made a week was $500. And then I had to take my rent out of that. So I was left with like $200 a week at most. Okay, it was very disappointing. Meanwhile, there's other trainers out there, and some of them were pretty terrible, might I add, that were making $3,500 a week, $4,000 a week. And they were always booked out. And it used to really annoy the crap out of me, just to be honest. But as time went on, the more I was in the gym, the more I was training people, the more people got to see me interact with my clients and the results that I was getting. The more people started coming to train with me, the more people started calling and asking if I was working at that gym. And before I knew it, after the next 12 months, I was the most booked out. I was the most sought after in that place, and I was making the most money. Not to mention many online clients doing coaching, doing all this different stuff. It was crazy. But I was just thinking, man, if I'd have given up after that first 12 months because all I made was $500, I would have missed out on 15 years in this amazing career and just given it away because that first year didn't meet my high expectations. And I feel YouTube is the same as this. We have these high expectations when we start, and when we finally get to that threshold of monetization, it's like, oh, now I'm here, but it doesn't change anything. We still have to show up to work. We still have to keep improving. And YouTube has to be the same. We can't just get discouraged because YouTube's increased the rent to start with to get there. YouTube's still an awesome platform. It's still an amazing place, just like that gym was, even though there was 40 other people in there. It's not a big gym, and it can seem like it's unfair, but they were still giving me the opportunity to make that money. It was up to me to find it. It was up to me to get the clients. It's the same on YouTube. They're giving us an amazing platform to work on, to express ourselves on, to be on. We have to see it like that, guys. And if it takes 8,000 watch hours to get monetized, that's not that many. If we see this increase as a discouragement instead of something to help us refine faster, you're going to be in for a world of pain. Now, this is also worth mentioning, but I believe in the next 3 to 5 years, YouTube is going to be the biggest media hub in the world. I mean, think of how fast it's growing and think of the different content that is provided on there that's available. But can you not see that in the next couple of years, YouTube funding docuseries and feature films and original series of things, it's definitely heading in that direction. And so this is a great time of opportunity for us to be sharpening and refining our skills, learning who we are as creators and as filmmakers and where we fit into the industry. Because where you are right now, the way you're filming, the way you're doing your videos, all that, you might not be there in 5 years. There might be something that you have to offer to work in a collaboration with other filmmakers and other project managers within YouTube to be a part of something bigger and special. So the end result for us might not be a big successful channel personally, but we might be part of something bigger collaboratively that we can still make money from and still express and explore our creativity. And just imagine how fun that would be. But it's definitely worth mentioning and 100% worth considering. So there's lots to talk about, but at the end of the day, is it still going to be viable for you to be on YouTube and have a go at this in February 2027, even if you haven't reached those 4,000 watch hours yet? Yes, I'm going to say 100% yes, because if you actually believe in what you have to offer and you're willing to let it have time to grow and not just give up on it because it hasn't hit that milestone yet, it hasn't got to your expectation in your time frame yet, you can still succeed. Why would you give up? It shouldn't change the way you feel about expressing yourself and about creating content and about learning new things. To me, YouTube is still the perfect way for me to express myself. There's so many opportunities for me on here, and it gives me so much experience. And through that experience, I can offload that and I can give real, genuine advice and help people. And it's all because of YouTube. Without YouTube, I wouldn't be able to do this. But I'm curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this. What's the main thing you're struggling with in your channel right now? And do you believe that this is going to change the way that you create your content, or it's going to actually impede and stop you from hitting that benchmark? Drop a quick comment below. Check out the Create Daily Discord in there. We would love to have you in there sharing your work. I'm going to go start putting this video together. So until next time,